Father God, thank you. We thank you for your love. Thank you for your mercy. And Lord, we thank you for your grace. You are good, and you are good all of the time. We just pray you use this vessel like you want to, so that your people may be truly and richly blessed. And it's my prayer to God that you allow me to decrease so that you can increase. That we all leave here better. We love you, we praise you, and we thank you. By the name of Jesus, we do pray.
Amen, amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. If you will, amen, I want you all, amen, to repeat after me. Repeat after me. Saint Mary, Missionary, Baptist Church, a church with a kingdom agenda. Amen. You may be seated at this time. Amen. Now you're going to see why I did that in a minute. Okay? St. Mary Missionary Baptist Church with a kingdom agenda. Now this particular message on today is going to be basically a message. When we look at anything you're a part of, I shared with us on last week, anything you're a part of, there must be a unified thought or a unified way of thinking that an organization must go by and live by in order for them to actually keep on going and doing what they do. Now, we all know, like that old hymn says, my hope is built on nothing less than what? Jesus' blood and his what? Righteousness. So our foundation is Christ, right? We are all connected, no matter whether by being blood relatives or not. We are all here because we are connected by the blood of Jesus Christ. And when we look at our church and we look at what we do as a church, there's some things I've shared with us in the past and some things I just want to keep in our minds, because I'm a firm believer that even though you share something one time, that it is wise to share it again. Okay? How many of you parents can say that there's some things you have to keep what? Reminding your children of. Why is that? Because really you want to keep it what? Keep it fresh on their minds, right? And as a church, we've got to always keep the right things fresh on our mind so we don't lose focus as to why we're here and what we do. So when we look at St. Mary Missionary Baptist Church, a church with a kingdom agenda, we want to look at what that kingdom agenda is, and we want to make sure that as a church that we're all pulling what? In the same direction, doing the same thing, working together to accomplish the same goal. Now, last week, you might say, well, Pastor, what did you do last week? Well, last week, I shared with us, together we can what? Together we can win, okay? Now, that whole winning thing really deals with what? Winning souls to Christ. Now, that's something, I don't care if you're at St. Mary, I don't care if you're at St. Paul, I don't care if you're at St. James, I don't care, whatever church you're a part of, you should have a winning attitude, right? You ought to have an attitude to want to what? Win souls to who? To Christ, right? Because why? Because he told us that he wanted us to go ye what? Therefore, and what? Teach all nations, making disciples, right? Teaching what he has taught them, baptizing them in the name of the what? The Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So that whole win thing is not just a what? St. Mary thing, but it's a God thing, right? It's a Christ thing. And I don't care if you're 2, 5, 25, 45, 60. It don't matter, right? We all should have a what? A winning attitude to where we want to what? Win souls to the kingdom. I want to share this illustration. How many of you have ever been a part of something? It could be a team, it could be an organization, it could be just something you were a part of. And you love what you were a part of so much to where you wanted other people to be a part of that. Everybody can think of that? Well, can I help you? drive you have or have had in any other organization. Can I help you? You ought to have the same drive, if not more, for what? For winning souls to the kingdom. For pulling people into the ark of safety. For sharing the gospel, what? Of Jesus Christ. Because many people, really and truthfully, as Christians, they don't really sometimes grasp that idea. Let me tell you what happens sometimes. And us preachers mess people up, and I'm gonna take the hit for it. See, many times what preachers do, they preach to you what God can do for you. Now, really and truthfully, there's nothing wrong with that. Right? There's nothing wrong with that. That's biblical. But can I help you? Any wise shepherd will share with their sheep what they ought to be doing for their Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Right? So really and truthfully, sometimes we lose sight because we're so focused on who? Ourselves. What God gonna do for me? Woe is me. And God saying, I know you're going through, I know you're having a rough time, but guess what? That don't exempt you from doing my work. Right? So we've got to understand really and truthfully that as a church, there's some things that we together, collectively, should be doing, and they should be whatever present on our mind. And as a church, in order to move in the same direction, you've got to know what it is we should be doing. Okay? Now, I want to point out this word in the middle, right? If you look at St. Mary, and you see the last two words say Baptist Church, but in the middle, it says what? It says what? Missionary. It says what? Missionary. Oh, Jesus. Now, if we're going to wear the name, we need to bear the name and live the name. Right? What does missionary mean? Going out, meeting needs, helping folks, sharing the gospel, helping those that are lost, helping those that are sick, helping those that are in trouble. Right? That is what? Missionary. So really and truthfully, as a missionary Baptist church, we ought to be known for helping folk. We ought to be known for meeting needs. St. Mary what? Missionary Baptist church. That's not just something good to be on paper. Right? It should be something that we are what? We are about. Okay? So let's take a look at so some of you have it on your program, but I'm going to go over it. But why are you going to go over it, Pastor? Because I need to. Because this is something we've got to always keep ever present on our hearts and our minds. Right? 2 Corinthians 5:20. Now, on the screen, I want somebody to stand and read it real loud and real clear. Amen. Somebody read it loud so everybody can hear it. Come on. Go ahead.
We are ambassadors of Christ, and though God were leading to us, we implore you on Christ's behalf and reconcile to God.
Amen. Thank you, sir. Now, here's the thing. It says, now then, we are ambassadors for Christ. As though God were pleading through us, we implore you on Christ's behalf, be reconciled to God. Right? Now, we look at that whole idea of being an ambassador. How many of you know an ambassador is just basically a what? Representative. Right? So, you know, it's kind of like someone that has a uniform. You ever saw somebody that works for a certain company, and when they work for that company, what do? They wear a certain uniform. They have the name on one side, but they got the company logo on the other. Now, we don't go around, amen, and can I help you? Your Sunday's best is not your uniform. Amen, praise the Lord. Right? Because how many of you know that really truthfully, you can have jeans and a t-shirt and just love the Lord just as much. Okay, so I don't want you to get that impression, because you know sometimes we get into that churchy mood, you know what I'm saying, and we get focused on what people got on and all this other stuff, and we forget what's in the heart. Right? We kind of, and how many of you know it's easy to do? We can get distracted about the what exterior and forget about what the inside. So as an ambassador, really really and truthfully, a uniform, if you look at that uniform, that person that I just talked about, that uniform is just an outward expression of what they feel on the inside. See, as Christians, as ambassadors of Jesus Christ, can I help you to show you what your uniform should look like? You ready? One of them should be love.
All right.
One of them should be love. It should show on the outside. That's part of your uniform. Right? Can I tell you another part of your uniform? Grace. See, what helps us as Christians when we understand that God looked beyond some of the stuff that we done done. Hold up, maybe I need to rephrase that. All of the stuff that we've done and still saved our sins. Grace. People ought to see what? Grace. What's another one, preacher? Mercy. That's part of your uniform. Mercy. Well, what is mercy, Pastor? Not getting what you deserve. Yeah, when you talk your mama out of getting it, amen, praise the Lord. Think about that, right? That whipping we should have got, that punishment we should have got from God, but Jesus Christ gave his life for us.
Amen.
What mercy. That's part of our uniform. So as ambassadors, we represent God. Can I help somebody up in here? I don't care what you feel like and your little emotions and what you're going through. Can I help you? That don't exempt you to do what you want to do. Right? To treat people any kind of way. To do whatever you feel like. Can I help you? That's where God says, my grace is sufficient. You got to go to the source so that you can operate in the spirit and not in the flesh. Because can I help somebody in here? If you didn't know it yet, life happens to everybody.
Amen.
Right? It happens to all of us. But can I help you? God wants your response to reflect his glory. That's all he wants. Right? All of us done been through some stuff. And if all of us in here can come to this mic and tell our story and break down and remember and cry and of everything we've gone through, because all of us can say we done been through some stuff. But can I help you? Really and truthfully, your heartache, your pain is not an exemption to you doing the will of God. You still represent the kingdom in all you go through. You are what? Ambassadors of Jesus the Christ. So can I help us in here? When people see you, really, they ought to have a glimpse of who God is. When they see St. Mary, they ought to see a glimpse of heaven. What, Pastor? Yes. You and I represent the kingdom of God. All of us. So when people see us, can I help you? They ought to draw from us some hope and some peace and some strength. If they can go to anybody, they should be able to come to. I'm just saying. Because we are what? Ambassadors. But I said it earlier, us preachers done messed up. Because what we do is, we preach messages to say, God gonna make a way for you. God gonna bring you out. God gonna do this. God gonna do that. And he can. And he will. But in the meanwhile, he still wants you to pray. He still wants you to love your neighbor as thyself. He still wants you to help other people. He still wants you to what? Operate and serve in the gifts and the abilities that he's given you. Why? Because you are what? Ambassadors. Ambassadors for Christ, as though God were pleading what? Through us. There's some folk who will actually hear the word not because they came sit in one of these seats and came to hear me and came to hear any preacher that ever preached here. Some folk are going to hear about the Lord from you. And there's some folk that God has ordained and orchestrated for them to hear the gospel from you. It says, as though God were pleading what? We are his instruments that he's decided to use to share his word. So out of your conviction should come a what? Confession or profession of your faith. Right? Because why? Because you know what the Lord has done for you. And not so much all the, the tangible and all that other stuff. You know what God has done for you, what on Calvary's cross.
Oh, yeah.
That ought to be the biggest thing that you thank God for. That ought to be the biggest thing. I'm just being real. That ought to be the biggest, the top of the list. That you're most grateful for God for doing for you. Because can I help you? That car I have out there can break down tomorrow. The house I have can burn down next week. My health can fail me right now. But one thing I do have in my heart is the assurance that heaven is my home. Wow. So your salvation should be the biggest thing that you thank God for. That's why that old song said, thank you, Lord, but then they got a little part that says, save my soul. Right? Save my soul. And can I help you? I tell you all the time, if you think you don't have nothing, you struggling, or you feel you wish you had more, and this, that, and the other, can I help you? There's two things you got: your faith and his word, and that's enough. We are ambassadors, and God wants to use us. And he says, we implore you on Christ's behalf, be reconciled to God. I'm going to share this with you all. I want you to think of someone that's about to possibly run into the front of a vehicle, and you are witnessing it. They might be on their cell phone texting, not paying attention. Right? Could be playing around. Could be doing something that has preoccupied their mind. And they're about to run in front of a vehicle, or walk in front of a vehicle. I want you to picture that. And I want you to think about what you would do to stop them or help them from walking in front of that vehicle. Can I help you? I know what you want to do. Stop. Don't go forward. You're gonna get hit. No. Guess what? Your outside voice gonna kick in. Amen. Stop! Wait! You're gonna get hit. Preacher, what are you doing? Can I help you? That's how we ought to look at the sinner. You know they're on their way to hell, and you can stop them or have an impact on them not going. You ought to say something. We implore you on Christ's behalf, be reconciled to God. And that's why I love the old church and those old mothers and the old school. You need the Lord in your life. You need to get it right. You need to get it right with the Lord. Right? Because, let me tell you why he would do that. Because they had such a strong conviction about God and his mercy, his grace, his love, his salvation, his deliverance, that really truthfully, they didn't want none of their grandbabies, none of their children, none of their nieces, none of their nephews to go down that road and not appreciate and respect and accept Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior. They had a conviction. And can I help you really truthfully? As Brother Larry said before, didn't have much education, but can I help you? They had a whole lot of God. Now we got more education. Next point. Number one, helping to save souls. Helping to save souls. When I say helping, that means that God just uses you to assist in the process. I I got to say this. You are not responsible for saving anybody. But you are responsible for sharing the word and what it takes to get them saved. Gotta get that in your spirit. Because you know what we'll do? Man, I talked and I tried and they wouldn't listen. Guess what? God ain't gonna charge you because they didn't listen. God gonna charge you if you ain't said nothing. Amen. Can I help you? I'm gonna bring you into my word. I gotta bring you to my word to help you to understand that whole concept. Do you realize that as a preacher, God will show you that some folk listen to you, respect you, respond to you, respond to the word, and they got some folk that can't hear what you're saying? Can I help you? The folk who don't listen to what's being said, guess what? It's not something that gets me to quit doing what God called me to do. I'm not responsible for folk who don't listen. But guess what? Like the old folk would say, tell the truth, shame the devil. I'm gonna do that. Y'all know I'm gonna do that. I gotta listen. I have to do that. Because if I don't do that, guess what? The blood is gonna be on my hands. And sometimes I have to share the truth even when the truth doesn't feel good to the one I'm sharing. But can I help you? You're an ambassador. And ambassadors have to really understand that rejection is a part of the process. Everybody won't accept what you tell them. Everybody won't accept the word. Everybody won't be, happy-go-lucky and receive what you're saying. Because can I help you? They call him the devil. And y'all take time to read about the sowing of the seeds and the different grounds that the seed was sown on. And the word being the seed, it fell on different kinds of ground. The devil is wrapped up all in there, right? And when he does, he snatch that word away. And some folk, they will sit in church, hear you preach, and reject you even while you're saying it. Some folk won't hear the word, hear you preach, accept it with joy, but let all hell break loose, and they're going to say, yeah, that old preacher told me. Y'all think I'm making this up? It's in your Bible if you ain't torn it out. It's in there. Right? But as an ambassador, you got to be at a point where you know what? You're so strong in your faith, the way you're not so concerned if folk what respond, but you are bold enough to share your faith with somebody. But can I give you a little help? God can orchestrate some things and get people's heart prepared to even receive what you're telling them. But can I help you? You got to be sensitive enough to know when to share it. Right? That's why I share with you. Don't ever get to the point where you kind of beat people over the head with the Bible that don't even know the Bible. That's unwise. Now, church folk, Jesus was hard on church folk. Right? Folk that know what? Know better. But if you're talking to a sinner that don't know no better, can I help you? Your approach will have to be a little bit different. It's going to be different. Right? Because they don't know the word. And we'll go, in the Bible, okay? They're like, you can't, the Bible say, I don't even trust that old Bible. That's just a book man wrote. Think about that, people of God. Right? So you got to really use your testimony. Use what God has done for you. Right? And share that grace, that love, that mercy that God has shared with you. Okay? So we ought to be about, here at the church, we ought to have a winning attitude. Helping to what? Save souls. We ought to be about it. Right? We ought to have a winning attitude. Number one, the W is what? You see, just paying attention last week. Number one, W is what? Oh, y'all not doing it. The W is what? Let me see. One more time. The W is what? All right. Witness. Okay? Witness. Share the word. Testify. Okay? The I is what? Say it one more time. Invite. Some folk will never come to church unless you invite them. Never. They won't even be thinking about it. Right? The last one, the N, is what? Right. Meeting needs. I gave the illustration, really and truthfully. Don't you dare try to preach the gospel to somebody who's hungry. They don't want to hear nothing you got to say. Feed them first. Right? Now, what you got to do, you got to be slick about it. Now, like, if I buy you this burger, you got to hear everything I'm going to tell you. How you work that? Right? You win the souls and why? If you really hungry, amen, you're going to accept that burger, and you're going to hear that word. Amen. Amen. All right, here we go. The next one, Ephesians 4:16. Come on, somebody stand and read. Somebody stand and read. Come on. Now, don't jump in the same.
Ephesians 4:16. From whom the whole body joined and knit together by what every joint supplies, according to the effective working by which every part does its share, causing growth of the body for the edifying of itself in love.
Amen. Now you see, in all caps, what does it say? Whom? Who's it referring to? Who's it referring to? Y'all know the basic answer. If I say who it's referring to, you say Jesus. Y'all know that. No, I'm just playing. But what? Jesus. Right? It's referring to Christ. In the previous verse, it says, what? Christ, who being the head of the church. It says, from whom the whole what? Body. Every last one of us in here is a part of the body. And I'm so glad y'all came today. Pray, thank you, Holy Spirit. Right? Because you gotta understand, as a body, when certain parts are not working correctly or not working at all, the body will be sick. Why you say that, Pastor? Because the Bible lets us know that God put us together, He knitted us, and He put it together so to where it will work effectively. But guess what has to happen? Everybody got to know that every part has to do its share. Okay, Pastor, I don't know my purpose. I don't know my gift. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Number one, pray about it. But number two, do something. Everybody can do something. Right? Do something. Now, I try to be an example. I've been labeled as an individual just trying to be seen. And I've been told that before. But my heart allows me to still do what I have to do and not worry about folk. You'll see me standing up, carrying things, putting chairs out, ushering. Y'all, that don't do nothing for me. I'm the pastor, but doggone, if it gotta be done, do it. That's my motto. Because guess what? If I'm the pastor and I can't usher, I can't pick up something, I can't help folk, then doggone it, what I'm teaching you. Right? And can I help you? You just gotta fall in and do something. Ask somebody if they need some help. If somebody doing something, you need some help? Most times they're gonna say, yeah, I need some help. And if they say no, well, they say no. But at the same time, everybody in here is important. And everybody in here got a part to play. And how many of you know that if we're not in each other's presence, we can't make a difference in each other's life? We can't. You know what happens? We get caught up in our own little world, our own little thing, and this, that, and the other, and we start looking at other folk and what they doing, ain't doing, hot doing, and all this other stuff, and we forget the fact that we here for each other. We here for each other, and every part is important. Every part is important. If it's your heart to serve, find every opportunity you can to serve. If it's your heart to visit folk and just be there for people when they're down, or when they're out, or when they're going through their time of bereavement, guess what? You got a cell phone, you got a phone, call somebody. Right? See, what ends up happening sometimes in the body of Christ, in particular, we look around instead of looking at us. Right? And what ends up happening is some stuff goes undone because we feel as though this one is not doing what they're supposed to do, that one not doing what they're supposed to do. But can I help you? Every single one of us has a part to play, and we can play it if we're available, we're present in order to see what needs to be done. How many of you have come up to me and say, Pastor, I would like to. I believe we could do this. We could do that. And I'm going to tell you right now, everybody that can come to me with stuff, they can tell you right now, Pastor had an open mind about it, and we actually did it. But you know what happens sometimes? Sometimes, we'll talk with everybody else, but you won't talk to me. There's some ministries, can I help you, that I want to implement in this church. But can I help you? Let me tell you where I'm at right now. Inconsistency. Inconsistency. Can I trust that people are going to show up? Can I trust that people are going to see the thing through? Can I trust that a person is going to do it with their whole heart, mind, and strength as unto the Lord, and guess what? Take the bumps and the bruises and do it until the job is done. That's where I'm at right now. Inconsistency. That's what we need. I know we need. Who can I? Who can I? Who can I? Because see, I look at a whole lot of stuff. If a person show up 1 month and they don't show up till 2 months later, I'm going to put them over something. Oh, Jesus. I'm just being real with us today. Right? Every part does its what? Its share. Every part. Every part. And see, this is one thing. This is where my heart is right now. There's 2 areas where my heart is right now that I'm praying. I've been praying about. Our young folk, our young adults, right? Our young adults, right? The age between 18 and about 35. That's where my heart is right now, right? And also the men. That's where my heart is right now. And my prayer is that we get that together. Because men, I want to share this with you. Some of y'all gonna leave why he said that and all this. As men, we gotta lead. No, you don't wait till she asks you to go to church. You say, we going to church, get ready. That wasn't a question. That's a little wrong. Well, that's on you. As men, we've got to make sure we lead. Can I help you? Just because you don't mean that God ain't gonna hold you accountable. I read the Bible and I know what God expects of me. That's why I do what I do and I respond the way I respond and I conduct myself the way I conduct myself. Because you know what? I actually believe the Bible. Because guess what? At the end of the day, you know, God will hold us accountable for everything. Sometimes when we do, we take that back seat. Oh, I ain't worried about it. Okay, it's on you. But God will hold you accountable. And guess what? I'm more scared of God than anybody else. I'm sorry. Right? So all of us got to make sure that we do our part, do our share, read the word, know what the Lord wants us doing so that we can do it, right? And work together so that we can be all that God wants us to be. Look what it said. It says if you work together and you are effective and every part doesn't share, guess what's going to happen? Growth. It's inevitable. We will grow when everybody picks up that mentality. And guess what ends up happening? For the edifying of itself in love. How many of you know that your body, your physical body, was really designed to heal itself? And when you have a healthy body, if you get a cut, in about 2 more days, they're going to get a scab. And after that scab comes, that scab going to fall off and you're going to have fresh skin. Oh, Jesus. That's if the body is healthy. The body designed to what? Take care of it yourself. And grow, right? And when the body's healthy, right, you're gonna grow. And think of yourself as a child. There's some stuff as a man or a woman now, you can pick up more now than you did when you was a child. You know why? Because from toddler to adulthood, guess what? You had a little portion of health and strength, and you grew. So when every part is doing what it's supposed to do, guess what's going to happen? The body's going to grow, and everybody will what? Everybody in here will benefit. Everybody will benefit. I'm going to benefit. You're going to benefit. The person next to you is going to benefit. And I got to share this because it's on my heart. You don't know what it does for me when somebody calls my name out and prays for me. Just that. Right? Just that. And Brother Troy don't know what he done for me this morning. Just that. Every now and again, guess what? I have to need some encouragement too. Right? I need you, but guess what? You need me. We need each other. You don't know what that does. And I just used him this morning as an example. He can stand it. Every now and again he'll come up to me. What you want to pray for, Pastor? That does something for me. I need that. I need you. You need me. We need each other. He calls me up in the week, Pastor, how you doing? Ain't talking about all kind of mess and you heard and all that. No. How you doing? Call to check on me. I'm just saying. And when we all do that, we care for each other that way. Can I help you? We will grow. From the inside, spiritually. But we got to look at each other with the right set of eyes. I can't look at you based on where you're from, you know, what kind of education you got, what you got on, where you came from, how you got here, and what you doing, what's your lifestyle, what's your past. I can't look at you that way. Because you know what? If I look at you the wrong way, I ain't going to be able to help you. So when we look at each other as an important part of the body, period, no matter who it is, can I help you? Everybody will benefit. And the body will be strong and the body will grow. I'm going to tell you right now, as a pastor, right? I got my sniper target on for anything that causes disruption and discord. Ooh, we got quiet as I am, but I'm so serious right now. Because can I help you? Together, we all one. It ain't no little this and big that. No, we all one. And I try to be an example, right? And when everybody does their part, can I help you? We're gonna look at each other right. Even though the pastor got the mic and he up here, and you sitting down here, nobody looking at each other any kind of way than the way they should. That's my brother, my sister in Christ, period. Nothing else. Right? So what do you want me to know, Pastor? The next one is on your program. Edifying the body of Christ. Edifying the body of Christ. That word edify, let me tell you, it means build up. It means to build up. To build up. Brother Roscoe, you ought to be better because you know me. And I ought to be better because I know you. Amen. Period. Because God gave you something that I can benefit from, and God gave me something that you can benefit from. Bottom line, we should all be better because each other is in each other's lives. Amen. Period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know why? Because God's word is true. If we do it God's way, can I help you? Eyes have not seen and ears have not heard, and neither has it entered into the heart of man what God has in store. But we got to believe it. We got to trust it. We got to rely on it. And I'm not saying everything's going to be perfect, but can I help you? With the help of the Lord and the Holy Spirit, He'll help us to get what we need to be. All right, here we go. The last scripture, here we go. Matthew 5, 16. Come on. Somebody read.
Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven.
Amen. That's not always easy. Because depending on what you're going through, that's going to be hard to do. But can I help you? God wants you to shine your light. Messy co-worker, shine your light. Rough boss, shine your light. Children aggravating you, shine your light. Circumstances not so hot, shine your light. See, Paul helped me out with that. You know how he helped me out with that? He helped me out with that thorn. Paul had a thorn. Nobody knows what that thorn is. I have an idea of what it is. I'm not going to share it with you because I don't want you to go in and say, Pastor say. Nobody really knows what that thorn is. There's different theologians that think different things, but it is what it is. But we know that thorn troubled him. And we know that thorn is something he prayed that God would get rid of. And we know God didn't get rid of it. Ooh, you know the Lord had to remind me of that? There's some stuff that, guess what, you're going to pray that God get rid of. And it ain't going nowhere. And guess what it's there for? To buffet you. And to keep you in check. What you're saying, Pastor, that's some stuff you're going to have to live with. Jesus. No, but the Lord said if I can have it, then I can have it. No, somebody told you wrong. That's some stuff he gonna allow in your life, and he gonna leave it there so you don't get beside yourself.
Amen.
Jesus. Right. He said, let your light so shine before men. So that means no matter what you're going through, you still have a responsibility to shine your light. But can I help you? That's not your light as to say you're the source. The source is God. The S-O-N. The source is God. And you got to draw from that. And can I help somebody in here? All God wants you to do, yeah, the problems you're going through, guess what? Get on your knee, cry, holler, scream, shout, get it out. And then God will tell you, you finished? Okay, let's move. I was sharing with that with Sister Sandra on yesterday. I thank God for Sister Sandra. I thank God for the conversation we were able to have at the funeral on yesterday, or before the funeral on yesterday. We just talked. You know, I was just kind of sitting, you know, to the side. So you sitting all by yourself all alone. I said, she's like, I know, you just meditating. I'm like, yeah, I'm just kind of, you know, meditating about, because people don't realize really what the preacher goes through. He don't show it, but on the inside, oh, it's a tug of war and a hurricane. People don't see that part though. All they see is he ain't got no emotion. He going through. But I've got to keep myself together. So you keep yourself together. Because you looking at me. Oh, geez, I better help somebody. But she and I talked, and we were just talking. And like I shared with her, people don't see the nights, the late nights, when I'm in my closet crying. When I'm in my private time with God, crying out to God, shedding tears, screaming. They don't see that in the gospel. Why you telling me that, Pastor? Because in order for you to let your light shine, you got to still deal with what you're going through the right way. So I'm going to tell you right now, there's some stuff, can I help you, that really truly you can come to me with. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to take God to handle that situation. Now, I might be able to, you know, kind of appease you for that moment. But can I help you? It's between you and Jesus. Because at the end of the day, it's between you and Jesus. Thank God for other people that he puts in our life. But But can I help you? It's one thing God had to show you. How? The people you rely heavily on, what if God removes them out of your life? What you gonna do? You gonna cry and say, I don't want to live no more. That's not what God wants us to do. Can I help you? He wants you to mourn and grieve, but can I help you? Put not your trust in man, trust in God. How many of you can say there's people in your life you've heavily relied on and God allowed them to leave? Let me ask you a question. Did he want you to stop living when they stop? All right then. That's a clear indication that really truthfully when trouble comes, God still wants you to run the race. You gotta let your light shine. You gotta let it shine. But it ain't gonna shine on your own. It's gonna shine when you go to God with that thing and let the Holy Spirit guide you.
Amen.
So they may see your us as a church that we begin to prioritize what's important to God and minimize what's not important to God. That's my prayer. Because in my heart of hearts, I believe that everything I share with you is a priority to God. That's why I said a church with a what? Kingdom budget. All of those things are important to God. Helping to save souls. Helping to save souls. Edifying the body. Glory to God. That's our problem. Can I help us? If we get caught up in anything that's beyond that, we messed up. We messed up. We messed up. And there's some things that I'm more concerned with. Right? We in this building, amen, praise the Lord, and I'm just as frustrated as you. Right? I am. But can I help you? What we gonna do while we in it? We working toward getting where we need to get. But what we gonna do while we're doing it? We gotta praise Him. We gotta help save souls. We gotta bring glory to God. Right? But we gotta always understand that some things, guess what? That's out of your control. Right? And how many of you know all of us? We struggle trying to control everything. And God sometimes deals with us for it. But at the same time, if we do not focus on the priorities, we'll lose sight and let little stuff get us off track from the important stuff that God really wants us doing. I understand there's some stuff going on up in here. The Saturday before, Lord have mercy, we were able to witness. Jesus. Some of y'all will say, I ain't going there. I know that. But this is where we are. What are we going to do while we're here? Because what I want from us is that we argue more on the church is not reaching out enough than worrying about this, that, and the other. We've got to make sure we prioritize what God makes important and minimize those things that God says, you know what? Yeah, I know that might be a concern of yours, but is that as important as you make it? The church with a kingdom agenda. helping to save souls, edifying the body, bringing the glory to God. That's what we about, right? And I know y'all did, so y'all didn't come up when I came, right? Remember Master, come person building. I'm body to body, and you body to body. I remember some folks say about their life, right? All I'm saying is that we ought to be about it. And as the church, it's time to put up, like they said, let's get up. Are we known for this? Are we working toward it? Is that more important to us than everything else? So this is my prayer that God will bless you and keep you, and that as a church that we be with one mind, one accord, doing God's work for God's glory, all to His glory as unto the Lord. Because as your pastor, all I want is what's best for you. That's all. And sometimes they go fussing again. Well, I'm just looking at it just like somebody about to run in front of that car. Pastor sees some stuff you don't see. He shows us some stuff that he don't show you. He wouldn't be the pastor if he wouldn't do that. And it's my prayer that each and every one of you will make sure you understand more important. You're part of the body. You need to be here. You need to be working. You need to be functioning. You need to be serving. You need to be bringing glory to God. You need to be getting to know the people that's a part of the body, so that we can have a true, authentic fellowship, so that we can grow together and be there one for the other. Amen? Amen. May God bless you real good. Here's my prayer. Amen? Amen.